Greetings, this is Coach Don. This is session 3 of overcoming your fears. So last week we talked about a couple of strategies, but this particular one, as we talked about, you got to let it go. Let it go, okay? So this session is about the antidotes to limit that fear. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, bombarded, and these unending demands, responsibilities. So with business, we are being challenged. For people that are actually looking for jobs, they are being challenged like nothing we've seen ever. In fact, this week alone, in the last few days, I've received over probably about 100 calls from individuals across the country. And what is very alarming, see, there's a statement that says there's plenty of jobs out there. Well, there's plenty of jobs if you want to flip hamburgers or make burritos. But for the professionals out there, by the way, Carlos, thank you for joining. We need to up our game. In fact, we have to have, as I call it, this hunter and farmer mentality. And when we think about the thoughts that we have right now at this moment, we are either functioning from a fear mentality or a self-doubt mentality. Maybe you are that individual that is self-doubting yourself. But I'm going to let you in on a clue. Where did this come from? See, fear, I believe, is actually a good thing to have. It acts as a warning system for us. And it gives us that step of caution. But doubt, on the other hand, can paralyze you. How did this happen? See, somewhere, somehow, at an early age, it was bred into you. Isn't that interesting? See, this fear can trigger. And by the way, the trigger can be so damaging that it actually takes you down that path of self-doubt, where you don't believe in yourself. And this is why this session is really about the antidotes of how to limit the fears inside you. So when we look at this, today we're going to explore two of the greatest emotions that we live with. See, as we started off in our first session, I talked about overcoming the fears. There is no fear in love. Remember, love. Perfect love casts out fear. So these two great fears really come down to fear and love. They are the foundation for all of our other emotions. In this session, we are going to cover some tools based on the neurological levels of thinking. And we need to be passionate about what we are doing. We need to raise up our mental mind and some mental toughness. Hey Kip, how you doing? I've seen your post. God bless you. Keep growing as you are always. So the anxiety. See, if you could just imagine that feeling, a feeling that propels you and eliminates all that inner chatter that you have. See, oftentimes we are our worst enemies. We are the individuals that prevent us from moving forward. So I strongly suggest that the way you think, give yourself time to think about what it is that's happening right at that moment. But many of individuals that I have found, they are the individuals that when fear and self-doubt come up to the surface, they react. Are you with me? Have you ever reacted just at that moment where you have lost control? You're not even thinking, and you just take action. And then after a while you say, well, I should have did it differently. So guess what? In this process, we are going to look at putting a pause on the way you think, because inside you is this power that allows you to stop, be in silence. See, what is this word think? Think gives you a formula to analyze what is happening at that moment. And when something happens, you need to be aware, that's the word, aware of what is happening right at that moment. And when you think of it as options. Look for options before you respond, not react. The word is respond. So when we respond, it gives us more control. And if you can look at that for a moment on your life, this session, we are going to talk about a little bit about your goals. Have you been on track or off track? Most people have derailed their life, their career, their relationships. But I had a conversation with Carlos not too long ago, and we were talking about finding your zone. Kip, you probably remember that. You've been in the zone. When you were on the playing field, there was no room for mistakes. Same thing with you, Carlos, when you're on that road riding. There's no room for mistakes. But the thing is, when you are in this zone, you are unstoppable. You find the press, the push inside you. And by the way, no fear exists. There is no doubt. You just know. And I know for a fact that many people today are really looking for hope. So we must understand this thing, this word about self-doubt. As I said to you, when you were young, it was bred in you. Somebody in your family, your teachers, your coaches, planted this seed of doubt, telling you that you were not good enough. You're too fat. You're too small. Are you with me? See, that is the worst enemy that you can allow inside your ears, in your mind. So as I say, wake up, have this new rebirth, because your life is in your hands. And my simple challenge to you is to review and assess how you think, how you act, and how you communicate with yourself. That's my challenge for you. So later on in this webinar, I am going to talk about 3 areas of your life. I'm going to let you in on that clue today. It's about your past. It's about the present moment right now. And it's about your future. Let's analyze those 3 words. The past. Are you dwelling on the past? Are you upset about the past? That past is the anchor that prevents you from being who you were designed to be. See, God did not make junk. You were designed for greatness. Let's find it. But here's the clue. Your past is an opportunity for you to learn, assess, review, and correct. It might sound very simple, but it's not. Because we are creatures of our bad habits. And our bad habits are the things that we do on autopilot. We are so good at these bad habits, we don't even need to think about it. It just happens. Are you with me? But if I told you, let's review the past right at this moment. And by the way, if you are driving, I don't suggest you do this, but take the moment to do this maybe after. Because it's a review time. It's a moment for you to close your eyes. And I want you to go back to that time. But this time, instead of thinking about the past failures, I want you to find the wins that you've had. What are the big wins that you've had in your life? And by the way, you might have many of them, but pick one. Just let's simplify it. Pick one. And as you are reaching and reviewing inside your mind, keeping your eyes closed, I want you to walk into that small victory that you had back then. See yourself opening that door to that victory. What is it that you were experiencing at this moment? What are you creating? Do you feel that energy? Do you feel alive? Now, I want you to put a label on that experience right now. What is it that you're feeling? In fact, you could type it in if you'd like. What are you feeling? This little exercise is really designed to help you develop this confidence that is inside you. How many need a little bit of confidence? Say, I need confidence. So, as I was preparing for this session, last night I was reading over my notes. I read something about this word called confidence. See, confidence matters more than most anything else. It determines your success. Therefore, it is necessary on how important confidence is. Are you with me? So why is confidence important? See, confidence and your ability to communicate is essential. And by the way, if you do not project that right now in your life, you don't have to say a word. I'm going to let you in on another clue. Your body language is projecting that. So stand up strong. Brush up yourself. Clean yourself up. Vince Lombardi said, if you fall down, you should fall down on your back. Because guess what? You're looking up into the sky. And it's time for you to get up. This opportunity today that is in front of you is all about self-development. It's about a theory and some tools that I believe will work for you. See, all of my training in neuroscience, I've kind of kept a seal on that. I haven't really used a lot of it. But I wanted to share this because I felt very compelled to help people take that to another level. See, most people are looking in the mode of survival, when I think that human nature is that we are here to thrive. Human nature is that everything grows. You grow. Do you remember when you were 12? I think you will. You remember. This is self-development. These lessons that I'm teaching are about a theory of Neuro Linguistic Programming to help you change your life so that you're on the right plan and path. Now, if you have a plan, congratulations. If you don't have a plan, well, shame on you. You need to have a plan. And by the way, what are your goals that you have right now? 2020 is one of the most challenging times for everyone. Not just you, it's not about you, it's about everyone. And we need to pull together. We need to pull together with confidence, knowing that you are going to make a difference. Thank you, Rodney, for joining us. So today, as I mentioned, it's about a journey. The journey to help you become unstoppable and to build up this confidence inside you. And when we choose this challenge, and I challenge you, remember there's three things: your past, the present right now, and your future. We've just talked about the past. You've walked through that. You've labeled what that past is. Now, right now, at this moment, I want you to look at the present. Who are you right now? What are you doing to invest in you? Do you have victories on your goal sheet? Do you have them on there? See, the interesting thing about the present is that you can either look to the past for the things that you've learned to help you propel for the future. So you need and you must be able to do that. Also, at this moment, when we start instilling the victories inside you, what you are doing mentally is you are taking away the limitations and the weaknesses that live inside you. See, this lesson plan is really about eliminating and crushing self-doubt. See, there is no hesitation that you should have. Maybe you've been there. That's doubt. Maybe you thought about something and all of a sudden you are overthinking it and doubt comes in. And that, my friends, is what paralyzes you. We were not designed for that. Many of us don't even have a clue. But these little hidden secrets inside us, it's like a brain freeze. It stunts us. It stops us in our tracks. And most often, it destroys us. And if you let doubt control you, it will have this compound effect that will play over not only to you, but the people that you're around. See, people are looking. People look at other people. I'm sure you go looking at people. But you need to be that instrument. The instrument to tell you that you are a champion. You are a warrior. So, this was really just an introduction to session 3, and now I am going to give my class more information about how to utilize these antidotes, these tools, these techniques to help you move your life forward. This is Coach Don. I will be back next week with our final session, number 4, on overcoming your fears, and we will have some great exercises, and that will end this session, but we are going to start up another one. It will be a 6-week session that will dive into more ways of helping you clarify your purpose. Ziegler said you were designed for accomplishment, engineered for success, and endowed with seeds of greatness. Everyone here on this call that's watching, you were born to win. God did not make junk. So step up, rise up, and find your true purpose. God bless you, and I look forward to seeing you again. Have a phenomenal week. Grow, get 'em. Thank you. God bless you.